Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So previously we had talked about ecology, what are the component of ecology, ecosystem, what are the component, then food chain, food web, etc. You can check it out. Today we are going to talk about ecological pyramid, ecological succession, etc. So what is ecological pyramid? Ecological pyramid is a diagrammatic representation of relationship between number, biomass, energy, content of primary producer, consumer of first order on the top carnivore in any ecosystem. What is ecological pyramid? Ecological pyramid is a relationship between the numbers, biomass, energy content of primary producer, consumer of first order and top consumer. Okay. The diagram representing that is known as ecological pyramid. It was first described by Charles Elton in 1927. Ecological pyramid was first described by Charles Elton in 1927. What are the types of ecological pyramid? There are pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of energy. So pyramid of number, it is upright for grassland ecosystem. It is inverted in tree ecosystem. In tree ecosystem, pyramid of number is inverted. You have to remember this. These are very important from exam point of view. So pyramid of number is upright for grassland ecosystem. Pyramid of number is inverted for tree ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass is upright for most of the terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass is inverted for marine ecosystem. In marine ecosystem, pyramid of biomass is inverted, and in terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem, it is upright. Okay. Then pyramid of energy, if we talk, it is always upright. It is not inverted, right? So these are the types of ecological pyramid. Ecological pyramid is the representation of energy or number or biomass in any ecosystem. So it was first described by Charles Elton in 1927, and there are different types of ecological pyramid, like pyramid of numbers, that is upright for grassland ecosystem. Pyramid of number is inverted for tree ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass, it is upright for most of the terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. Pyramid of biomass is inverted for marine ecosystem. And which ecosystem is always upright? That is pyramid of energy. Okay. Then structure of an ecosystem. How the ecosystem is structured? Structure of an ecosystem is a function of species compositor, stratification, standing crop, and standing state. Okay. Proper function of ecosystem is a function of productivity, decomposition, producer-consumer relationship, energy flow, nutrient cycling. What are the factors affecting the proper function of ecosystem? These are productivity, decomposition, producer-consumer relationship, energy flow, nutrient cycling. What is productivity? Is the rate of biomass production that is presented in gram per meter square or kilocalorie per meter square. There are two types of productivity. One is primary productivity, another is secondary productivity. Primary productivity, that is the photosynthesis gained by the green plants, and secondary productivity, it is the amount of biomass synthesized by consumer per unit area per unit time. Okay, that is secondary productivity. Again, gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. What is gross primary productivity? That is the gross amount of photosynthesis that plant get. Whatever the photosynthesis gain is achieved by the plant, that is gross primary productivity. Then from that gross primary productivity, plant use something to have its metabolic activity, to get energy for its metabolic activity, for its biomolecule synthesis. If we deduct that respiratory used energy or biomass from gross primary productivity, we can get net primary productivity. Net primary productivity is actually stored inside the plant in the form of biomass or in the form of stored product. That is net primary productivity. Then what is ecological succession? Ecological succession is the development of different biotic community at the same site. Based on succession, there are three types of community. One is pioneer community, then followed by serial community, followed by climax community. So what is a pioneer community? It is a first biotic community at a particular area. If you are moving to a new place, then it is said to be you are in a pioneer community stage. Okay. First biotic community at a particular stage where growth rate is high but lifespan is small. Okay. That is pioneer community. Then serial community. It is like various biotic community development during succession. This is a transitional community. Serial community is a transitional community after pioneer community. Suppose you are moving to a new place and you are already living there for 2-3 months. and you are growing your channel, you are growing your communal activity. So you are in a sterile community stage. Then climax community. What is climax community? It is stable, equilibrium, self-perpetuating, and final biotic community. Okay, so you are living in a particular place for 15-20 years. Then you are the member of that community. You are the final member of that community. Then you are stable there, right? So that is climax community. What is pioneer community? Is the first community. There the growth rate is higher and lifespan is small, and this is not stable. Then sterile community is the transitional or intermediary community, and climax community is the stable community. Okay, what is decomposition? Decomposition means the complex organic molecule. What are the organic molecules? Like carbohydrate, fat, then protein. These are the complex organic compounds. So to simplify this complex organic substance, the process is known as decomposition. Okay, so what are the processes involved in decomposition? Like fragmentation, then catabolism, leaching, humidification, mineralization. These are the process involved in decomposition process. Decomposers, what are the decomposers are there? Microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, then detritivores like earthworm, then parasites. These are the decomposers. Then factors affecting the decomposition process. What are the factors affecting the decomposition process? These are chemical nature of the biomolecule, temperature, moisture, aeration, soil, pH. So how energy flow is happening in an ecosystem? Okay, so total whatever solar radiation we are achieving, around 50% of that solar radiation is photosynthetically active radiation that is being used by plants, green plants, to do its photosynthesis activity, right? So 50% of total solar radiation is used in can be used for photosynthesis. Plant utilize around 2 to 10% of that photosynthetically active radiation. Whatever photosynthetically active radiation is falling in earth, plant use only 2 to 10% of that. Only 10% of total energy stored in tropic level transferred to the next tropic level of a food chain. Okay, that is the 10% law. It was given by Lindemann in 1942. So what Lindemann told, that whatever energy level from higher tropic level to lower tropic level, like suppose green plants to us, then from us to microbes, or green plants to any animal, or animal to us, or us to microbe, or anywhere else, anyone else, any carnivore. So that is 10%. Only 10% of energy, total energy possessed in green plant, that is being accumulated by us, that is being transferred to us. Then whatever energy we have, that from that energy, 10% is only passed to the next tropic level, right? In a food chain or anything you can say. So energy flow, that is suppose solar energy, that is moved to producer, or then from producer it is moved to herbivore, from herbivore it is moved to carnivore, from carnivore it is moved to decomposer. So solar energy, whatever solar energy is falling, from that 2 to 10% is moved to can accumulate by producer. Then from producer only 10% energy moved to herbivore. From herbivore only 10% energy will be transferred to carnivore. From carnivore only 10% energy will be transferred to decomposer. Flow of energy is always unidirectional in a system. Flow of energy is not bidirectional, it is unidirectional. It can only move in a certain direction, it cannot reverse, right? The amount of energy flow decrease with successive tropic level, that producer capture 1 to 5% of total solar radiation. Okay, so we have discussed it earlier. Producer only can capture 1 to 5% or 1 to 10% of the 2 to 10% of the solar energy. Okay, so what we learned till now, there are different ecological pyramids are there, we discussed. There are ecological successions are also there, we discussed. Then for what are the productivity, what is the decomposition, what is the energy flow. Then in next class we will discuss what are the population interaction, then ecological indicators, ecosystem service, etc.